there, first grade. I am so happy to be back with you today. Are you happy that Rashid's back? Me too. It's not nearly as lonely in the basement. Sorry, I'm fixing my headphones. When I have Rashid here with me. So I'm super glad he's back. But I came downstairs this morning. I was getting ready to work, and Rashid had all these like papers laying out everywhere. They're kind of like blue with white drawings on them. And I thought, well, first of all, that's weird. What are you doing? Can't draw, but apparently he can. And I started asking him about them, and they were a picture of blueprints. Do you guys know what blueprints are? Blueprints, when someone's getting ready to like build a building, an architect will draft some blueprints so that you know how the building is going to look and how it needs to be built. And so I want to show you what Rashid was working on today. He was working on some blueprints. And when you kind of look at the background there, does that look like, I don't know, it looks like a city maybe? Maybe there's a school. I don't know. Is this a parking garage? I don't really know. But he's been working on these blueprints. And I said, well, Rashid, we can help you with your project because, I mean, no offense, but this looks like a big project for a little stuffed lion. And he told me that we weren't ready to help him. I said, what? First of all, that's rude. But what does that even mean? What do you mean we're not ready to help you? And he said that we are not finished yet with building our vowel team chart. So we still have empty spaces on our vowel team linking chart. And he said until those are full, we can't help him. So I thought to myself, okay, now I really want to help with this project because this looks like fun. And my guess is that you want to help with this project too. So I thought, well, what do we need to do so that we can really get this linking chart finished up? So I thought, so guys, today, let's do 2. Can we do 2? Let's take a look. I'm going to show you. I decided today to work on the oi sound. Can you say that with me? Oi. I bet you this has come up a few times in phonemic awareness. If you are diligent and responsible about getting your phonemic awareness done, you will hear this oi sound like in coin or in boy. I want to draw your attention to a couple of things though. In coin, we see what 2 letters? O-I. So in coin, O-I makes the oi sound. Then we come over to boy. Still that oi sound, but we see O-Y instead. And we know that Y sometimes acts like a vowel. So that's what it's definitely doing in this case. So we have oi for coin and oi for boy. So as we add O-I and O-Y to our chart today, I want you to remember something. Typically, mostly, when you hear oi in the middle of a word, you're going to see O-I. And when you hear oi at the end of a word, you're going to see O-Y. Okay? So we're going to see O-I in the middle of a word, O-Y at the end. And so I need you to get out your linking charts for me. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to. You're going to need a linking chart and a pencil. So go ahead and pause for a moment while you gather those things and then come back and join me. All right, so if you're back, you need to go to the next empty box on your linking chart. And the first thing we're going to add today is O-Y for oi, okay? And we know that when we see O-Y, it makes the oi sound like in boy. And remember, I told you that when you hear the oi sound or see the oi sound at the end of a word, it's almost always O-Y. And I'm going to take this little boy here, and he's going to be my picture clue to remind me of the oi sound in boy. So you can go ahead and pause for a minute, write those down, and just do a quick sketch of a boy. It's not an art project. Just a pencil sketch will work. And then come back while we add the next one. Okay, so now that we've added O-Y, we need to add the other sound oi makes, which is O-I. So I'm going to add that to our chart. And the word coin to remind me that O-I makes the oi sound like in coin. Remember, O-I is what you would see in the middle of the word if you hear an oi sound. It's almost always O-I if it's in the middle. And I'm going to put a picture of a coin here to remind me, to be my link that reminds me that O-I makes the oi sound in the middle of coin. Go ahead and pause the video and fill in the next square on your chart with OI, coin, and a picture of a coin, just a quick sketch, and then come back. Okay, for the next part of this video, you might also want to pause and grab your writing folder with any writing that you just happen to be working on. It doesn't matter if it's your review piece or if it's a piece from kind of the fun writing, the free writing that we did yesterday with Mrs. Hutchinson. It doesn't matter, but go ahead and pause, grab your writing folder and a pen if you have one available, or a skinny marker that's in a different color than what you wrote in. Go ahead and grab that and then meet me back here. All right, I wanted you to grab those materials, but I just want you to set them to the side for right now. So we have a couple of new words that Rashid gave us because he really wants us to prove that we know what sound oi makes when we see it in words. And so let's take a look at some of these words together. We're going to study them and then we're going to read them. So take a look at this. What do you notice? OI in the middle, right? Which makes the oi sound like in coin. Well, actually, this looks a lot like coin. What would you put at the beginning to change it into, well, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Scratch that I said that, and I'm not starting this recording over. We swapped out the C for a J. So if we had a C there and it said coin, we swapped out the C, we put a J. What does it say now? It says join. Very good. I want you to take a moment and see if you can figure out this word on your own. I'm going to pause it. See if you can figure it out. All right, well, I know when I see a big word like this, I like to karate chop the ending off. Remember how I taught you earlier this year? So I'm going to go and I'm going to karate chop ing, which is not pretend it's not even there. Now I'm just going to look at the beginning of the word. Well, I see OI, like in coin, so I know this is going to make the oi sound. And I'm not paying any attention to this ending. Oil. Boil. Is that what you said? And what happens now if we crash that ending back in? We make the word boiling, like boiling hot water. Okay? All right, take a look at this one. Take a moment to try to solve it by yourself and then come back. All right, so this one's a little different. Where do we see the oi sound this time? It's at the end of the word because we see OY. That's very good. What other parts do you notice that might help you? Well, I happen to know that there's some sticky letters here. You guys see those sticky letters? Remember that I taught you about earlier this year? When we see three letters that are stuck together, and these make the str sound. So what happens if we put str with oi? Stroy. What do you think this part, this beginning is? Destroy? Does that make sense? Have you ever destroyed something? Like your playroom or your bedroom when you were making a big mess? My boys destroy things on the regular. This is a popular word in our house. All right, last word. I want you to take a look at it. I'm going to have you pause, see if you can read it, and then come back. All right, for this particular word, I'm going to karate chop off the beginning. Just pretend that beginning isn't there. What do you see at the end? We have that OY, like in boy. What happens if you put a J in front of it? J-oy. Joy. Now we just need to figure out this beginning. E-N. En. Joy. Enjoy. Is that what you got as well? Excellent. So here's your assignment for today. You are going to get out your writing folder with a partner if you're in the classroom. Actually, I don't even know if you can do partners in the classroom. Let your teacher decide. So you can work independently or you can work with a partner, depending on what your teacher says. I'm not sure what the rules are at Avery. Obviously, if you're at home as one of my students, you'll be working independently. I want you to go back through your writing and see if you can find any examples of words that would have the OY or OI vowel team in them, where maybe you didn't write it down and you should have. I want you to go back and fix that word. Also, I want you to use that linking chart that you have that we've been working so hard on. I want you to go through your writing piece and I want you to check vowel teams. Check places where you think a vowel team should go. Use your linking chart to help you. And I want you to spend maybe 10 minutes on this task, going through your writing, checking with your vowel team sheet, and making any corrections that you need to make. Okay? When you're finished, I want you to come back to the next video because we have a few snap words to add to our snap word chart. All right, happy hunting for those vowel team words. Hopefully Mr. Rashid back here in the back will let us help him with his project next time. Here's hoping. Have a great day, guys. Happy hunting for those words, and I'll see you back for the next video for snack words in just a moment.